How we doing there, boys and girls? Manthieus here, and welcome back to another video. So Love is in the Air has started. This is one of the seasonal events in World of Warcraft, and it has seen a few updates and changes for 2024. Now, I haven't been able to fully test everything yet, because some of it's a bit buggy for Horde. Hopefully Blizzard will fix this in the next day or two, but I wanted to talk about the markets and some of the goal-making perspective, as that's obviously what we focus on around here. Some of the old stuff is still going to work, and there's a couple of new things to pay attention to. There is a new area, which you'll probably very quickly find outside your capital city. Kind of similar to Brewfest, not going to lie here. Clearly, they've taken some inspiration from the Brewfest area. But the vendor you want to be talking to, if you are Horde at least, is Lithian Morning Spear. There'll be an equivalent for the Alliance as well. There's a couple of new things we want to pay attention to if you're looking to make a bit of gold with this event. There is a new pet. There's the Heartseeker Moth that you can acquire. The pet itself is bind on pickup, but is apparently cageable, so you can cage this dude up and throw him on the auction house. This isn't going to be a big money maker though, not by a long shot. We've had things like the Lovebird hatchling doing similar things previously, and has never garnished huge amounts of gold, even much past the end of the event, because it's quite cheap and many people can get their hands on this, and not many people are going to kind of not have this. There is a new one though, the Date Simulation module. This is a toy that's bind when used. This is 100 love tokens. We'll talk a little bit more about these love tokens in a second. One of the significant changes in 2024 is on how you get these love tokens. There's this toy that you can sell. There's only one up on my realm at the moment, and it's 150k. Somebody's shooting for the moon with the price, clearly, but the early bird catches the worm. This will come down over the next 2 days, but it's a toy. It's a collectible item. It will have value. People will see value in it much past the end of the event, so maybe grabbing a few of these whilst the event is up means you can sell them back out again in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months time. But the big one we really want to talk about is the old favourite, the old classic, the Swift Lovebird. The Swift Lovebird is a mount. It's weirdly horrendous looking, but it is limited to this 2-week period, and it's going to cost you 270 love tokens. Now, any of you that have played this game for some time will probably be like, okay, cool. I know what we're doing with that. I've been farming the Swift Lovebird every year for the past however many years. What's the catch? Well, the catch is actually that we can no longer, by the looks of things, consistently farm love tokens. They've converted love tokens into a daily achievement, daily grind. You can do some daily quests, you can get X amount of these love tokens, but then you're capped. There's a limit to how many of them you can get per day. For those who remember, and I will put some links to this down below in the description if you care to read, Love is in the Air has a full guide on Wowhead now as well. But if you remember, there was something called a Lovely Charm Collector's Kit. You would get one of these off one of the NPCs for the event. You would then go out into the world, and every year there was a different farming location. But on killing mobs that would reward you experience or honor, there was the chance for you to loot a lovely charm. These lovely charms could then be turned into lovely charm bracelets, and in turn those lovely charm bracelets could get turned into the love tokens. And so this was a way for players to spend a few hours killing mobs, farming a few things, and getting their hands on ultimately as many love tokens as they desired, at their leisure, whenever they wanted. It seems, though, this isn't in the game anymore. One of the significant changes for 2024 appears to be the Lovely Charm Collector's Kit, and everything that comes with that has been removed, meaning we can no longer ultimately indefinitely farm these love tokens. This might mean that the Swift Lovebird sees a bit of a jump in value. If we try and go, okay, the data on this doesn't go back very far, unfortunately. I was hoping the data would go back further. But what historically tends to happen is the quantity of Swift Lovebirds skyrockets during the event as everybody was out there farming them. It used to be that if you found a good spot and you teamed up with some other players, these 270 love tokens, it used to take you a few hours to acquire these. And it meant every few hours of active farming, you could get yourself a lovebird to sell. The reality is it's not going to be anywhere near as easy to fill, you know, a half a guild bank of Swift Lovebirds and then slowly sell them out during the next year. You can see here just a little bit of data from the Undermine Exchange. This is a fantastic website, by the way, for those who are interested in sort of historical prices for things. What usually happens is that when the event lands, a huge quantity of them are made. A huge quantity of them hit the auction house as everybody goes out farming them and trying to sell them. And then over the year, the red line decreases, the quantity of them available on the auction house decreases, and in turn, what that slowly does is drive the price up of them until the event lands again and the whole thing resets. This time, though, I have the suspicion the quantity of them, this massive spike, will not be anywhere near as spiky this time. And what it may, this is where the speculation is it may lead to the value of this thing rising quite much higher than what we're used to in the next 12 months, in the time it takes until the 2025 event. By proxy of the fact that you can't farm a bunch of them. Now, you still kind of can, but it's going to require you to have lots and lots of alts. You're going to want to be going out to the Lovers in the Air event. You're going to be wanting to do some of the intro quests, do as many of the daily quests as you can, and you're probably going to want to do that on as many alts as possible if you want to get your hands on as many of these Swift Lovebirds. This is kind of the restriction now. Instead of spending huge amounts of time farming up the love tokens, you're going to have to spread your efforts across a bunch of alts. But my prediction is that we might see the Lovebird go up in value quite substantially. Not during the next 2 weeks, though. Let me try and make that really apparent. In the next 2 weeks, there will be loads of these posted on the auction house. And you may quite quickly look at the fact that, well, the price hasn't done anything magical with these. I would still suspect that during the event, it's going to be a good thing to spend your tokens on. If you don't particularly care for any of the new stuff that's come in this year, there is a new mount, for example, the Heartseeker Mana Ray, which is also costs 270 love tokens. My suspicion is a lot of people will focus on getting some of the new stuff first, whereas if you're a bit savvy and you want to make a little bit of gold and you don't care too much about padding your own collection, spending your tokens on the Swift Lovebirds could be a good alternative for you. But there we go, boys and girls. Over the next day or two, I hope to be able to actually test this a bit more, find out how many love tokens we can get from the dailies. But as I mentioned, they're a bit buggy and a bit broken on Horde at the moment. For very, very quick numbers, the intro quests gained me a little over 100 love tokens, 140. But I did also kill the daily boss as well and got some from there. My suspicion is, though, that it might take a fair few days of doing dailies once you've got that initial bunch to hit that 270 mark. So it might take a little while to even be able to purchase one of these items. So do with that information as you wish. If you want to make some gold, there are some options. If you want to pad your collection, there is some new stuff to look at. But like I said, the significant change being no more lucky charm farming. Let me know what you think about that in the description down below. I'll be brutally honest, I preferred the fact that we could just farm something at our leisure. It means if you wanted to sit down on a Saturday afternoon when you had some spare time, you could do it. I've never been a fan of them drip feeding this sort of currency to you on a daily basis for the sake of daily logins, it seems to feel. But, you know, let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, boys and girls. Hit subscribe button if you're new around here, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.